All right, guys, welcome to the show. Who am I drafting and who should you be drafting in round 1, 2, and 3 for Fantasy Football 2023? Now, this is a loaded question. I'm going to give you guys 3 players that I like. 1 in round 1, 1 in round 2, 1 in round 3. But there is more than one option, and you can mix multiple successful combinations. And the key word I want to use here is successful combinations. Last year, everybody told you draft Jonathan Taylor first overall. So if you want first overall, you want either Taylor or Kupp. And I told you, avoid these guys because you got to see and anticipate what's going to happen. You don't look at the current situation and copy and paste from last year and say, hey, these guys finished on top. They're going to finish again in that order. It's not how you think. That's not how it works. So it's very important you think outside the box and project forward. So the big question is, who do I draft round 1? Who do I draft round 2? Who do I draft round 3? I'm going to tell you that right now. Before I do, make sure you guys smash that thumbs up. It really helps the channel. And if you want all the optimal players drafted in each round and multiple combinations of them, secure the 16-round draft. So I've linked it, guys, right here below in the YouTube channel. Or head on over to thefantasyfootballaccounts.com. Get the solution. Get the championship. It's that simple, guys. Sleepers, breakouts, everything. All the optimal players drafted in each round and who to avoid, okay? Everything is there for you, okay? And then below, let me know who you like in round 1, 2, or 3. Now, again, I like many different combinations. So when I tell you I like a player in round 1, if he's not there, I'm probably grabbing another guy. So I got guys that I like really early on. I like guys mid rounds. I like guys at the end of the first round. So it's very hard to pick just one. But the one that really jumps out at me in round 1 that I really love, and again, there's other guys that I recommend in 16 rounds that could go in round 1 that I really like, including Jonathan Taylor and other guys. I don't want to spill all the beans, but the one that if I'm in first round, the one I really want is Bijan Robinson, right? Love this guy. Love the talent. Love the opportunity. Love the youth. Love the dynamic playability. Love the hunger. Love everything about him. This guy is primed for an amazing year. We're looking at 220 attempts, 12 touchdowns on the ground, and at least 1,200 yards with that home run capability. And again, in round 1, you were looking to secure an anchor, an ace running back, no matter what. Even if you're in a super flex or 2-quarterback league, I still get a running back because it's such a scarce position. And there's only literally a handful of running backs with no committees. Literally, I'm going with my hands here. There's 7 or 8 of them, right? After that, it's a bit of a crapshoot. You're looking at RB2s, and we don't want that. So I like Bijan Robinson round 1. And again, there's other options. I'm not just saying just go with Bijan. That's it. There's other options, okay? Round 2, who am I drafting? Again, great options here. You've got a diverse portfolio of options here from Amon-Ra St. Brown to Garrett Wilson. You can mix and match a running back with wide receiver here. Or you could just go back-to-back running back here. But one player that really jumps out at me based on absolute pure talent, opportunity, major home run capability. If you want, 2 home run type running backs, you go Bijan round 1, and in round 2, this guy is really appealing. Of course, he comes with that risk injury. He's coming off a knee tear, but apparently he's looking really good in camp. And I'm talking Breece Hall. Now, this is a risky pick. There is safer options like a Najee Harris, who has an improved O-line, or Garrett Wilson, or someone like that. But the thing with Breece Hall is you are getting, again, a workhorse running back who is young, hungry, dynamic, average, 5.8 yards per carry or something like that when he was playing last year. Looked really good when he was playing. The guy was gliding. The guy was a beast. Now you've got Bijan, you've got Breece Hall in your 1 and 2. I mean, this is absolutely amazing, okay? Now, round 3, this is where it gets interesting. I always say go robust RB. And what is the definition of robust RB? Is securing 3 running backs, at least 3 workhorse running backs in the first 5 rounds, okay? Now, again, if you go, wide receiver, running back, wide receiver, you may want to make sure you get a running back in round 3. Again, you go running back, wide receiver, running back. Also, another option here, which is what I'm doing I just did it in a big money league, okay? I went running back, and in round 3, and he could fall to round 4. This is where it gets interesting. But round 3, I went Josh Allen. And you could go Jalen Hurts here as well, or Pat Mahomes. I like Josh Allen in a year that he really needs to thrive with Diggs. These guys are running out of time. They're going to make a good run for the Super Bowl. And I'm hearing that his work ethic is second to none. He is really focused this year. So Josh Allen, you get the dual threat. You get the running. You get the passing. You get the secure points every single year, every single week, week in, week out. So in round 3, again, if he could fall to round 4, do you feel he's going to fall to round 4? in a one quarterback league, then you wait, right? And there's other great options in round 3 you can get as well. If you need a wide receiver, Olave, Dameon Pierce. And again, there's other options. But if I kind of want that perfect start, Bijan, Breece Hall, and Josh Allen is not that bad. And you're saying, well, Joe, you don't have an ace wide receiver. Guys, there is a ton of value at wide receiver, which again, I explained in the 16-round draft session. There's a lot of mid-round gems, and even Calvin Ridley is coming off as early as round 3, who could go off. Now, I got this guy in a big money league, Calvin Ridley, in round 6. I drafted about a month ago, but as soon as, some training camp videos came out saying he's going to thrive, he's bumped up to round 3 or 4, which is crazy. So if you want to feel warm and fuzzy and anchor your team, you got running back solved, okay, in round 1 and 2. And in round 3, you want to anchor your team with an ace quarterback in Josh Allen. Round 1, 2, and 3 solved. And again, guys, there is a ton of depth here. I cannot emphasize this enough to you guys at the wide receiver position. There's wide receiver ones for days after, okay? But again, that running back is so scarce. Now, again, you don't have to go robust RB this year. There is still some running back gems that you can get round 3, round 4 type thing, even a little bit later that could really break out if you decide to go running back, wide receiver. So again, guys, up to you guys to mix and match these combinations. But one thing that's very important, I emphasize this, guys, no sheep mentality. Don't follow the consensus rankings. Don't listen to the copy and paste rankings. And most importantly, aim high on the depth chart, guys. Always aim high on the depth chart. What I mean by that is I would rather get a Jalen Hyatt, the rookie, on the Giants, a guy that's primed, was drafted in the 3rd round by the Giants. I'd rather get him than, let's say, a Tyler Boyd, who's a number 3 on his team. Always aim high, okay? Even in mid to late rounds, aim for some of these rookies that are primed to be in a position where they can be the wide receiver 1, your Quentin Johnsons, your Jalen Hyatts of the world. And those are just 2 examples, okay? Instead of getting guys that, like a Van Jefferson or a Tyler Boyd. I'm going to keep picking on Tyler Boyd here because a lot of people will reach for him and kind of in the mid to late rounds when you can get yourself an upside wide receiver. So again, guys, tons of fantasy football draft strategy here for you guys in this video, but there's your round 1, 2, and 3. Very important, guys. Again, it's up to you guys. At the end of the day, you guys make the gut feeling. Go with your gut feeling, but understand, aim high on the depth chart and get guys that are primed for a ton of volume, and those 3 guys I mentioned the first 3 rounds are that, okay? And again, if you do go Breece Hall round 2, make sure he's not your RB1. I want to emphasize that as well. Make sure that you do go, if you go Breece Hall, make sure your first one is an RB just to cover that potential injury. Or if you go wide receiver Breece Hall, make sure your 3rd pick is a running back. Because again, I don't feel warm and fuzzy with Breece Hall coming off that injury, but the upside is there. Make sure he's part of a strategy where you have more running backs to cover yourself, okay? Should have said that earlier. So again, guys, round 1, 2, and 3 covered. Get the 16-round draft session. Again, this is outside of your box thinking. Nobody's talking about this stuff. They're just saying copy and paste. Go Christian McCaffrey first overall. Just like they told you Taylor last year. Just like they told you Cooper Kupp. When they're coming off pinnacle years, you got to anticipate a significant regression. We've seen this year in, year out. The guys that finish on top, very unlikely they're going to finish on top again. I'm always here warning you. I warned you about Michael Thomas years ago. I warned you about Le'Veon Bell when he got traded to the Jets. They thought he was going to perform the same. He was a top 5, top 10 running back. I go, no, avoid Le'Veon Bell. Guys, I know what's up. I see the patterns. I see the trends. And that's where 16 rounds is the big difference. So secure the solution. Secure the championship. I've linked it below. Use code SMASH to save. All right, guys, I appreciate you. Enjoy your weekend. And those are your first 3 rounds. I'm out.